Welcome to Whole Foods. I'm going to be showing you my top 10 go-to items. Being a fitness and nutrition coach for over 6 years, these are my go-to foods to help me not only feel, but look my best. So make sure you stick around to the very end. For our first option, we're just going to be going with the traditional chicken breast. But the thing I want to point out with this specific brand is these are actually pasture raised. So what that means is these chickens have the ability to go outside, get more movement in, and just eat things in nature like, insects and things like that. And what I really think stands out about this is while it may not be as big as the other chicken breasts that you see, it really makes up for it in quality and taste. If you're looking for another alternative that's a little bit more budget conscious, you can also go with the regular Whole Foods brand. So this doesn't have any added hormones or antibiotics. It's not pasture raised, but it still is a great choice and it's a little bit more affordable. For a second option, I really like the lean ground turkey. So the reason this is a great option is this is 99% lean protein. So for someone that's trying to build muscle and not put on that sort of extra fat, this is a great option. It's very filling, but the important thing you want to think about with this is you really want to make sure you add some good seasonings and spices to it. Just because it's a little bit lower in the fat content, it's kind of bland, but when you add those right condiments and seasonings, this can actually be a great protein source that I actually enjoy eating. Number 3, we're going to be talking about eggs. So eggs are really confusing because there's so many different labels. It's hard to know what's legit, what's not. But if I have the option, I'm usually going to go towards the pasture raised. The reason is it's a little bit more humane. So similar to the chicken breast, these chickens have the ability to live outside. Cage-free, it sounds nice, but most of the time they're living inside their entire life. And the second reason why I choose pasture-raised eggs, it actually has 2 to 3 times more omega-3 fats, which are the healthier fats that we want. So this is a great option if you have the choice. My fourth favorite option when it comes to yogurt, or Greek yogurt specifically, is Chobani. So I like Chobani because this specific brand also is fat-free. So this has a very high protein content, 16 grams. Now, one of the things I hear from sometimes other people, they say it's a little too tart. So what you could do is you could add a little bit of frozen fruit, maybe a little bit of honey to sweeten it up. But this is a great lean protein choice. And if you really can't tolerate, you can go to a low-fat option. But Chobani is a great brand, and I would definitely recommend this. Number 5, we're gonna go with the traditional sweet potato. And the reason why this is amazing is because not only is it super easy to prepare, you just put it in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes, it tastes great, and it's a complex carbohydrate that's slow digesting. So why that's important is because that's gonna keep you satiated and full. So anyone that's trying to really focus on staying lean, but also don't wanna feel like they're starving themselves in the process, a sweet potato is gonna be a great option to add as your carbohydrate. Number 6 is frozen mixed vegetables. So I love this for a couple different reasons. These veggies are super high in fiber, so they're very satiating. And then they also are super easy to prepare. You just can put them in a microwave for 3 to 5 minutes and they're ready to go. And the other great part is they flash freeze these. So they actually hold their nutrients decently well. So if you want something to add to your dinner that is just quick, satisfying, and filling, I would definitely recommend some frozen mixed vegetables. You can choose the kind that you like the best. Number 7 is going to be Bob's Red Mill. So this is specifically muesli cereal, but Bob's Mill as a brand is something I want to highlight. So actually, Bob Moore, the owner of Bob's Mill, actually passed away about last week. So something that's really interesting about his story is he had many options or offers to sell his company to some different big private equity companies, but what he did instead was he actually gave that stock back to his employees. And I think that's really important to remember because the quality really shows in this, and he definitely did not sell out. So not only is this great for you, it's also a great story. So if you have the option, I would definitely recommend Bob's Mill. Number 8, so I have a sweet tooth a lot of the times, and my first line of defense is always going to be fruit. And something that doesn't go bad is frozen fruit. So I really like these frozen mangoes. So these are only $5, so it's not a bad deal for this big of a bag. And also what I do sometimes is make Greek yogurt parfaits, and I like to have this berry blend. So you also can't go wrong with any sort of raw fruit too, just because it's higher in fiber, it's very filling. And for me, like I said, it really solves that sweet tooth craving. So you definitely want to add some fruit. Number 9, avocado. So before I was a fitness nutrition coach, I used to just think fats were just bad, but these fats actually are a great way to make any diet more sustainable because it's gonna make you feel full and satiated, and they just taste great.
Number 10. So we're gonna go over our condiments because whenever I'm eating, I really want to make sure I actually enjoy the food. That's gonna make sure any diet's sustainable. So in terms of condiments, I really like and enjoy Primal Kitchen. They have a lot of different options, but most of these options are really clean. They don't use any sort of artificial sweeteners, and it's very clean, simple ingredients. So if you're not sure what to get for a condiment, definitely look at Primal Kitchen.